It's week 3 of the 2023 season, and we've got the Wizards' versatile running back. He's coming off a track meet kind of week, just a bunch of yards and frequent trips to the end zone. It's the Wizards and the Broncos on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Orlando Wizards. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number could go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Baker going to throw this right away. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming up the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2nd and 4. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Quick, yellow. Ready?
McKinnon now going to try the left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jarek McKinnon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Wizards will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Up the middle they go. McKinnon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here again is McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He's on pace right now for about a 400-yard game. I mean, this first quarter, it's been impressive to watch.
I like the way you do math. I like the way you calculate, and he loves those numbers you're spouting. He's going to try and get there with his legs, but not only is he locked in running it, obviously his teammates are locked in and blocking as well.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know in every game we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield now. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 92 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes a little tread left on the tires.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, that's the fourth time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Mayfield. And he'll find Pittman. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald, because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Ben Skoranek, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Mayfield on 1st down. This is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he's got it across midfield and into new territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Down to about the 32.
Ready?
2nd down at 7.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. But now it'll be third down.
Let's go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Wizards go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Orlando takes back over on offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 3rd and short, McKinnon. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach in our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas. A glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll wrap up the weekend with a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Broncos in that first half. And this tells a story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, for our home team, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now here's a throw that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after it.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Wizards take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the 1st half. They've extended their lead so far here in the 2nd half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan wrote, had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even get a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. On first down, McKinnon again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. McKinnon powering forward. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run it with McKinnon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now here's the option play going left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been lit.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. This is taken at the 18. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. A nice little juke.
Well, a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Out to the right, here's McKinnon. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I like this focus here because he doesn't think about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Okay, ready?
Here's McKinnon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Here we go. 52 blasters.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
A dependable running back is a coordinator's best friend. Someone you can trust in those situations to push forward and get the yardage you need however possible.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
But the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jarek McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Wizards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is 42-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Denver's offense now set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Being chased at one, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but now it's 3rd down.
Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they take a knee.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the home team here.